Hi everyone, and welcome again to my kitchen. This is Mage Engage, where my aim is to introduce you, the Magento community, to you, the Magento community. Today I am joined by Fabrizio. Hello.
Hi, David.
Cool. Thank you so much for joining me today. But before we go on, I'd love you to introduce yourself to the viewers, please.
Yeah, sure. First, thanks for having me.
No problem.
My name is Fabrizio Branca. You might have seen me around in the Magento community. I used to live in Germany. Now I live in California, close to San Francisco. I work for AOE. I used to work for AOE back then in Germany. I still work for AOE here. And yeah, I have a couple of open source Magento modules out there, and I like to be up to date to what's going on in the Magento community. So
Cool.
that's what I do.
Nice. Oh, that's very cool. But we won't talk about any of that. Well, we might do. But what I want to talk to you about is something you mentioned slightly in your introduction, and that is the fact that you're not American, but you live in America. I
Right.
want to talk about being an expat, someone living away from home, and the joys of it, and also the things that get on your nerves about living in a foreign country.
Yeah.
So, firstly, you mentioned that you're from Germany originally. Whereabouts in Germany?
Pardon?
Where from in Germany?
Oh, okay. So I was born and grew up in a little town called Frankenthal. That's close to Mannheim, Ludwigshafen. It's
Ah,
very close to the Rhine River.
mhm.
And then I moved to Karlsruhe, which is like an hour south of Frankenthal. And that's basically where I lived for close to 10 years. I went to university there. That I have very good memories. I loved Karlsruhe. And my first job was in Karlsruhe too.
Okay.
And then a couple of years later, me and back then my girlfriend moved to Wiesbaden. Now that girlfriend is my wife, and I started working for AOE. And we've been living in Wiesbaden for a couple of years before we moved to San Francisco.
Okay, cool. And you moved to San Francisco for work?
Yeah. So the story behind that is
Mhm.
actually an interesting one. A couple of years ago, like even before we moved to the US, AOE opened this office here. It was in the beginning a pure sales office with one guy sitting here
Okay.
and managing our US projects. Back then, we were already dealing with some US projects. And at some point, so my wife used to live in the US for a total of 1.5 years during school time. And she was like joking and saying, and one day, if they want to send somebody over to the US, you have to say, yes, you want to go.
Okay.
So actually, that day came, and AOE wanted to make that US office more than just a simple sales office
Hmm.
and was asking who was interested to go there. And I was one of the persons who said that I would. And luckily, I was chosen. And
Cool.
then it took some time to figure everything out with the visa and everything.
Hmm.
But we were also in a good spot. Like my wife was expecting at that time. And we were like, okay, that might be a nice adventure to go over, to spend a couple of years there and to see what's happening there then.
Cool. Okay. And so when you moved over, uh, did you already have your daughter then, or did she was she born in America?
No, so our daughter Fiona was actually born in Germany,
Hmm.
so that was in the middle of us organizing the move already.
Ah, okay.
But it took like the when we came over to the US, she was 9 months old.
Hmm.
Yeah, so she basically I don't think she remembers a lot from back then when we still were in Germany, from
Hmm.
before we came here.
Okay.
So basically, she kind of grew up here, and then like almost 2 years later, our second child was born, a son called Leo, and he's actually American. So he has the American citizenship, and his passport and his birth certificate actually say born in San Francisco,
Okay,
which is
cool.
kind of nice. Yeah.
So the family were all okay with the move, and so you're enjoying life at the moment in America?
Yeah, yeah. So we're enjoying it a lot. We try to do as many activities as possible. It's nice weather here all year long. So even though it is still March, and even in December and January, it was like nice weather out there, so we could go on trips and explore things, and we try to do that as much as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, so just this morning, actually, we came back from Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. There's a very nice big playground. Our kids love that, and we went for some walks there. So there's so many things to explore here, and we're enjoying that a lot, definitely.
Cool. Is there anything that you miss from home that you don't get in America?
Well, to be very honest, there is not too much that we miss, or that specifically I miss from Germany.
Okay.
The cliche is that Germans not being in Germany miss their bread, but
You got to get
I mean
bread.
there are. Yeah, there are, and that's right. The American bread is kind of strange. It's sweet and soft and so on, but there are good stores here where you can buy some bread that's closer to what you could buy in Germany too. So I don't miss that much. And of course, I mean, we're away from our family, and especially with two young kids, there is no way we can just drop the kids at our parents' house and
Yeah.
go out for dinner once. So that's kind of something that we miss a little bit. But yeah, besides that, there's not the one thing that we keep missing every single day.
Okay. But you're able to phone the grandparents once a week or whatever you said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we actually talk to them a lot every like Saturday morning,
hmm
our time, which is Saturday evening in Germany.
hmm
We talk through Skype, sometimes like half an hour or even longer, and this way our kids actually can talk to our parents, the grandparents, and so that's nice. I mean, and that it's great that the technology is there.
Yeah.
So it really feels like we are there. It feels like we are going and visit them every weekend. We probably talk to them more than we would if we still lived in Wiesbaden.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's nice.
That's cool. So is there anything in particular that when someone comes to visit, that they pack in the suitcase that they bring over for you?
Yeah, so actually we had a lot of friends coming and visit us. I mean, many people want to come here
hmm
to see the city or go on road trips here, and we're very happy to have some of our friends over, and some stay for a couple of days or sometimes even a full week at our house. And even though we never ask for it, but most friends always bring us candy, chocolate
hmm
or gummy bears, and we love that because they're right. German candy is very different from American candy,
Yeah.
and we love especially if somebody brings us chocolate. So that's really nice.
Okay. Cool. And what do you enjoy most about America compared to Germany then?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I'm not sure if I can say America or if that should be California or even specifically the San Francisco Bay Area.
Uh-huh.
So I've been to a couple of places in the US, but not to that much. But I know that California and especially the Bay Area is very different from the
Okay.
rest of America.
hmm
So I can definitely tell I love it here, and my family loves it here. And it's mostly first of all, the people are actually super nice, and
hmm
also not that superficial. That's one of the cliches.
Okay.
um, but so we made really good friends with a lot of people here. But the thing that I like most is actually the climate and the landscape. So I
Cool.
love the fact that it's never too hot and never too cold, especially here.
hmm
But also there's an amazing landscape here, and we actually live exactly in the middle of everything. So we live right at the ocean. We have a very nice view on the ocean, and our office is on the other side of the peninsula. So San Francisco is a
hmm
peninsula. So every morning I get to cross the peninsula. That's only like a 20-minute drive, and then see the bay side of the peninsula,
Yeah.
and it's a beautiful view. It's really nice. I actually inspired by Vinay and Brent go for
Okay,
runs in the
cool.
morning, and I try to do that like up to 3 times per week. Where like before I go to the office, I do a nice run along the bay, and
hmm
then I take a shower and go to the office. And I'm not sure if I would find a similar nice spot anywhere close to
No,
Wiesbaden.
okay. You wouldn't want to run along the river or Is it not so good by Wiesbaden?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are nice places. I might not have discovered them yet, but we really love it here so far. And yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. And so for you, the main thing you're missing is kind of family, rather than certain items of food or TV or something like that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we definitely don't miss TV.
Hmm.
Actually, we don't even watch TV here because
Oh.
TV here is terrible.
Yeah, okay.
So I mean, there's Netflix
Yeah.
and things like that, and so and that's nice. I mean, from a technology point of view, of course, we live in in the heart
Mm.
of the technology. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the US in general and here specifically.
Yeah.
So we're enjoying that, and yeah, but. It's nice to be here. Also, I mean, from a work point of
Hmm.
view, there's so many things going on here in the Bay Area. There's literally a meetup every single day that is interesting
Okay.
to what I would do. Sadly, I don't get to go to many of those, especially now with the second kid.
Mm.
But yeah, it's just amazing of all the things going on here.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for sharing a bit about your life and how you're living in America and how everything is going for you and your family. It's been really interesting for me to hear it as an expat myself. I love to hear what other people miss and how their experiences is. Yeah, so thank
Yeah.
you so much. And as a nice little reward for being interesting, I would love you to plug one important thing that you think that's going on in the community.
Yeah, thank you. I would actually like to tell you a little bit about the PreImagine Hackathon in Las Vegas that's
Hmm.
happening. So we've been organizing these hackathons for the last 3 years. The first one actually took place in San Francisco, and then everybody moved to Las Vegas
Okay.
for Imagine. And last year was the first one in Las Vegas, and we're going to do that again here. So Magento Inc. is helping out a little bit by actually sponsoring the location. It will take place at the Vin Hotel,
Hmm.
and it's nice. People have been signing up like crazy. We are like close to 30 people already,
Wow. Cool.
and I'm looking very much forward to it. So if you're interested, please sign up. It's at the conference hotel. If you're coming to Imagine anyways, make sure you come 2 days early and join the hackathon. I would be very happy to see everybody there.
Cool. Well, I will include the link in the description below,
Hmm.
and some more information about you and where people can find out about you online as well. But thank you very much for joining me, and thank you very much for watching. It's been very interesting, and I hope some other people have found it interesting as well. But that is it from Age Engage today. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Thank you. Bye bye.